like they're in a straitjacket and they can't get the wetsuit on. You've had that experience, right? So what you want to do instead is you want to get this part fit before you get this part fit. Get that entirely fit before you get this part fit. Then you get the torso down 100% or 99% fit before you put an arm in. When you put an arm in, you get that one arm all the way up into the shoulder, so it's basically fit on half the side, and then you put the other one in, and you can get into a wetsuit in like under 5 minutes, okay, if you do that. The other thing, which, you know, neoprene nicks easily, so when you grab a suit and you pull like this, you can split it. You can, in fact, there's a couple that I put here, and I put those in there. I was rushing to get the suit on, and that's when you tend to get nicks, right? So instead, use this technique. It's what I call roll a wrinkle into the suit. So you're gonna roll from the top down. See how I have that wrinkle? Now I can pull on this wrinkle and I'm not gonna tear the suit. And then when you pull that wrinkle, the common mistake is to have the material, because you pull it up like this, and see how it's moving upwards? This is gonna cause the neoprene to stick. So instead, roll the wrinkle down, and then you just pull and it just comes right up. For women who used to put on pantyhose, if you explain that to them, they say, oh, it's like pantyhose. So zipper goes in back, and then...
That's when we use pantyhose.
Yeah. Another thing is I tend to fold the suit over like this. Now, if I can sit down, I will always sit down because it makes the bottom so much easier. So I'll do one leg seated, and then I'll stand up and I'll do the other leg standing, because a lot of times you don't have a bench. So here we go. It's gonna be under 3 minutes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down. See, I'm not gonna keep pulling here. I'm gonna go down to the ankle, and I'm gonna get this. And then I'm just gonna get this out of the way, but I'm gonna get my ankle where I want it, okay? Now, if I'm standing up, same thing. I'm not gonna just keep pulling my foot through, because that's a recipe for disaster. So instead, I'm gonna go down here, and I'm gonna get this over my foot, and I'm gonna get my ankle seated where I want it. Okay, so now what we're gonna work on is getting the knee fit. So I wanna get this piece above the knee. So again, I'm gonna roll that wrinkle so I can pull on the wrinkle. And you see how I just keep pulling it up like this? Okay, now see this space right here? If I leave that, it's gonna feel like I'm choking. So I'm gonna go to this side. And you can see how I'm just going, and I want to get those knees fit before I start messing with the waist and the crotch, okay? So now I'm gonna pull this up, and I'm gonna, sometimes you'll do a little sumo squat. There's still a little space right here, okay? So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna grab that wrinkle, and I'm gonna pull up.
I do the squat too.
And you can see I'm only moving this suit about less than 1/8 of an inch. But 1/8 of an inch makes a huge difference. Then I get in here and I get that crotch fit, because if I don't, I'm gonna pay for it. So this is a size medium. At the moment, I'm 190 pounds. So typically this suit is for like somebody 182, okay? So the point being, if you know how to put on a suit really well, get into it. Okay, so same thing on the arm. I'm gonna get this, seat it behind the watch. And now what a lot of people would do right now is they say, oh, I'm gonna start putting my other arm in. But that's a mistake, okay? So same thing. I'm going to, see I'm moving the neoprene down that way. I go up, I grab a wrinkle, I pull on the wrinkle, I fold the wrinkle down. And now you can see I'm not stopping there. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna get the suit fit into this shoulder before I even start putting the other one in. So I'm still, this is what I call flat palming. So I take my palm and I just suck it into my armpit and my shoulder. Because with the full suit, when you're complaining that it's restrictive, a lot of times it's not up high enough. So that's pretty good. Then I'm gonna do this guy. Same thing. And then the other mistake people make when they zip up a suit, probably because they come from a surf background, and surfing zippers are a lot stronger than wetsuit zippers. And this suit zips the top to the bottom, so I can't really show you, but I'll just give you an idea. So when you have a suit that zips up from top to bottom, the mistake people make is they take the leash and they go like this and they pull. That makes the wetsuit go like this, right? And so instead what you want to do is you want to put a little bit of tension down here, just like you zip up a jacket. You know, if you zip up a jacket and you don't hold the bottom, you're never going to zip it up, right? But you got to put tension down here so you can zip it up. Same on a wetsuit. Just take a thumb, put it there, grab the leash, and then you want to pull the leash up and away from you, which kind of seems weird, but you want to kind of go up like that, and that'll bring the zipper together, okay? So this suit is the Helix. It's made for our pro triathletes. It zips in the back. It's a great way to meet new people because it's hard to do by yourself. But if you take your fingers and overlap them, you can usually find the zipper. And then you got to keep this here.
Yeah, your zipper's broken.
Okay, boom. Now, it took me 7 years and I never really tried that hard to zip this one on myself. Then when I went to work for Blue 70, I thought I better figure it out. And now, so the trick is, if you put your hands behind your head, your fingers can find each other. But if you take two objects and you try to make those touch, you'll be doing this crazy dance. So then the trick is get your fingers. So now you can see, boom, it's on, it feels great. I might go in and adjust the arms a little bit, but otherwise it feels really good because I took all the time to get it up. You guys ever have your wetsuit catching your watch? Try this. Take your watch cuff, and even if like we use wrist cuffs to seal the water entry, but even if you don't, you could try this, and fold it back over itself so that the inside of the suit is out like this, and then just move that up against your watch. I did this the other day for the first time and it worked really well, so I'd be glad to hear your feedback. But for some reason when I pulled the suit off, it like made a curl, like the material followed itself over the watch. I was really quite amazed because I didn't think it would work. So now when you're taking a suit off, okay, a couple things, people tend to get trapped in it. Normally you're going to zip it down. This suit goes the other way. So this suit is made really for speed. Everything's about speed in this suit because it's what our pros swim in. But you know, everybody can swim it too. So take one arm off a little bit. That'll free this up. Grab this one on the inside. Once you get it below the elbow, pretend that there's like, no offense, but like somebody at the grocery store and they're all up in your space, right? And you want to just basically, boom, like bow, right? Just make sure there's nobody behind you. And then when you get this one down here, pop it right out. Now when you're getting the legs off, oftentimes you can step out of the suit faster than you can pull it out. The trick is get it below your knees, and then once you get it below your knees, try stepping out of it. So up on the crotch, up. And now sometimes you have to go like this, and it's easier when it's wet, but right now, so that's getting stuck, right? So I'm just gonna go down here and put a finger down there. But every time you swim, make it a wetsuit practice to get out of the suit, okay? And then boom, off you go. Okay? So really quick,